Thank goodness it's not just G&G or KWA coming out with some absolute bangers of airsoft guns in 2023. Elite Force is right there with them. We'll see. What's going on, guys? It's Boaz here with Airsoft GI, and you might be wondering, where is Cisco? Well, unfortunately, I'm filling in for him today because he is down with the sickness, if you would say. He caught the Wuhan Wheezer, the sweet and sour sickness. So if you guys would like to wish him a speedy and full recovery, please make sure to press F in the comments down below. But today we're gonna be looking at something kind of special. I think Elite Force has been finally able to read my mind, because this is something that I've been asking or wanting for a very long time, and this is the new Elite Force Tri-Shot semi-automatic CO2 shotgun. Shotguns in general, especially when it comes to airsoft, I would consider to be kind of like unexplored territory. There's not really a lot of innovation that has been coming out of it in recent years. Now, all the way back in the day, originally, airsoft shotguns were primarily spring powered. And so you would either get a single shot or a tri-shot design if you were lucky. And after that, companies like Tokyo Marui, Maruzen, they've all started to innovate and create gas-powered pump action shotguns. And you see that proliferate today in the airsoft market primarily by Jag Arms. They made, let's be honest, very faithful Tokyo Marui clones that can fire anywhere between 3 to 6 shots per pump. Very fun, very innovative. But one thing we've always wanted are semi-automatic, or dare I say sometimes full automatic, right, gas-powered shotguns. Now, Tokyo Marui has innovated in the past several years by making AEG shotguns, such as their Sledgehammer AA-12, not an AA-12, or their KSG shotgun as well, which are great, but a lot of times prohibitively expensive. However, Elite Force, they've definitely, brought this product to the market to help innovate the way shotguns are used in airsoft. Like I mentioned in the name earlier, this is the Elite Force Tri-Shot semi-automatic CO2 powered shotgun. Now, if you don't know what that means, it means that you don't need to pump. No pumping required, okay? So once you have the ammo loaded into the shotgun, you just pull the trigger, it shoots 3 rounds, pull the trigger again, you shoot another 3 rounds. Externally, right off the bat, Elite Force has chased after my heart and put together this delicious 2-tone looking gun. You got half peanut butter, half chocolate, best of both worlds. Looking fantastic out of the box, although looking at it at a glance, it kind of reminds me of like a fork knife style shotgun. Elite Force didn't come out with a name. They just called this like the Tri-Shot semi-auto shotgun. Honestly, they should have just named this the fork and knife or something like that, a fork knife reference. Aside from that, you are gonna get something of what I would call a hybrid build. So the main chassis of the shotgun is going to be made out of metal. Very nice, very durable, feels solid in the hands, right? And especially this rear stock assembly that's also metal, because that's an important component of the shotgun. However, pretty much everything else is going to be made out of polymer, such as the top rail for optics, this fore-end handguard area is all made of polymer, the stock, the pistol grip, and surprisingly, the outer barrel is also made out of polymer as well. So with all that being said, this hybrid build does help you feel confident in the hands. It feels nice and solid, but keeps the weight down so it won't weigh you down when you're running around with it. Going over deeper in some of the features, over here on the top, you're gonna have a full travel monolithic upper rail system, so you can mount any type of optic, laser, flashlight. I don't know what else you want to mount to this, but it's free lots of rail section, very generous, so you can have all the space for accessories. And one thing that's really cool is that on the handguard, because no pump is needed for the shotgun, it's just a solid piece of polymer. And on the 3 and 9 o'clock positions of the handguard, you're gonna have some M-lock sections to attach other things, more flashlights, more lasers. I don't know what else you'd want. Maybe like a side handle grip. Who knows? But one thing in particular that really bugs me about the design of this handguard is that on the bottom, it's completely smooth. There's no M-lock cutout, whatever. Like, Elite Force, I don't know why you decided not to put any M-lock down there. Like, it's kind of a no-brainer to me, but you should have. Now, the pistol grip is like your typical G&G combat machine style pistol grip, which it's all right. It's okay, but the good news is that this is actually a gas blowback rifle spec grip. So if you want to change this out, you can change this out to any kind of PTS or real steel AR-15 style pistol grips, and it'll do just fine. Some more features to cover here is on the rear end. Now this is where your CO2 cartridges are going to be stored in the gun, or powering the gun, right? But it's covered by a 6-position buffer tube with a SOP mod style stock. Again, little plain Jane to me. It's alright. But again, you could change this out for any mil-spec style AR-15 or M4 stock on the market, which is really nice to see. And over here, you have a traditional shotgun style safety where it's like a push button safety. One thing that I like to tell myself is red is dead. So once you see like the red ring on the safety, you know it's good to fire. If you don't see the red, it's unsafe. One thing that I think is interesting here is this is where your fire selector / mock bolt, I guess you would say, is. There is nothing in the gun, but I'm just going to show you. It's very interesting because it reciprocates actually. So when you pull the trigger, it kind of reciprocates with you. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I don't really know what to think of it, but we'll talk about this fire selector here in a little bit. Now let's talk about the fire selector here on the shotgun. If you look closely here at the chassis of the shotgun, you're going to see that there are two positions. There's one where you see a single dot, another position where you see 3 dots. That should mark or indicate whether you want to shoot a single shot or a tri-shot. Now, I have looked extensively through the manual. I've even read it in all the different languages. Unfortunately, there just wasn't any instructions on how to change over between a single and a tri-shot. Elite Force, please let me know how to do this because I can't figure it out. I would assume that you would just take this mock bolt over here and you just like position it, but it doesn't really seem to work. I don't know, like I have to do some more testing here to figure this out, but yeah, please include something in your instruction manual to show how to select fire. At the end of the day, I don't really think it's a very important thing to be concerned about because let's be honest, it's a shotgun. You're going to want to fire more than one BB at once. I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? I think, honestly, most of you guys are just going to want to leave it at the 3-round burst anyway. We're going to talk about how to get this shotgun going or how to get it to work. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the stock here at the end of the shotgun, and it's going to reveal the gas reservoir, the gas compartment of the shotgun. And that's going to be located at the rear of the buffer tube. So if you look, there is going to be a hex key hole that you're going to need to use, and I believe Elite Force should give you one out of the box. So you basically just take that and you unscrew the end compartment, and that's going to reveal the gas chamber, obviously. And you're going to take a 12-gram CO2 cartridge, you're going to stick that in there, and then you're gonna rotate it just enough to where it starts to be a little bit snug. Now here's a trick about CO2. You need to commit. You need to commit like all the way, kinda at once. So if you just slowly screw it in, you're gonna expel all the CO2 out and you're gonna get an empty gun. So basically what you're gonna wanna do is just commit, just torque it down real quick, puncture the CO2 cartridge and create that seal, and you should be good to go. And according to Elite Force, you should be good for about 7 shotgun shells worth of shots out of 1 cartridge of CO2. Many of you gun builders out there might wanna know, what can I do to this gun? How can I mod it? Can it be upgraded? What system is it using? Fortunately, it's all proprietary. That's just the way it goes when it comes to innovating with Airsoft. You just kind of have to make a new system when you want to make a completely different gun. However, the main difference between this shotgun and all the other tri-shot shotguns out there on the market is that this is a single barrel design, meaning that instead of having 3 different inner barrels shooting 3 BBs, you should have 1 barrel that just shoots 3 BBs at once. So that's just how it is. That's just what Elite Force went for when designing the shotgun. It is what it is. However, the upside is that this can take any traditional Tokyo Marui style tri-shot shotgun shell. So pretty much anything on the market, any kind of tri-shot shotgun shell that is made to shoot, again, 3 BBs at once should be fine on this shotgun. However, another good thing that Elite Force did include out of the box is not 1, but they give you 7 shotgun shells. They give you a lot of shells out of the box. So it's perfectly good to keep you running for a whole match, I guess, or a whole round of Airsoft at a field. And if you want even more shells, again, you can just buy any tri-shot shotgun shell on the market. One crucial detail about the Elite Force Tri-Shot Shotgun is that it is a fixed hop-up design. Yeah, I know, it kind of sucks. However, they did have some forward thinking or some insight, and they said that they have tuned the shotgun to perfectly hop 0.25 gram BBs. It's pretty obvious just the way that this gun's designed. It's just kind of made for CQB or indoor play, and using 0.25s indoors is more than adequate enough, and you should be having some pretty consistent and good groupings in an indoor environment. With that all being said, please make sure to use high quality 0.25 gram BBs. There are tons of really great BB makers out there, such as G&G, Lancer Tactical, KWA, Elite Force, obviously, right? You want to run high quality 0.25 gram BBs with the shotgun. And if you use anything else, well, we can't really guarantee the best performance or reliability. Chronographing the Elite Force Tri-Shot CO2 Shotgun is a bit tricky just because, number one, it's using CO2, so the more you shoot it, the less FPS you're going to get out of it. Plus, it also shoots 3 BBs at once. Hard to measure. However, Elite Force did tell us that it should hover around the 300 to 340 FPS mark using 0.20 gram BBs and has a rate of fire of 3 rounds per second, because that's how much you get per trigger pull, something like that. All right, the biggest elephant in the room. How does it shoot? How does it perform? I'm itching to shoot it. You're dying to shoot it. We're all down to shoot it. Let's go shoot it.
No, I'm gonna shoot it.
No, I'm gonna shoot it.
No,
I'm gonna shoot you, bro. Hey, I'm gonna shoot you. Hey, back up.
Yo,
I'm shooting it. Okay, out here at the range with the very new Elite Force Tri-Shot Semi-Auto CO2 Shotguns. What a mouthful. Okay, all right, I just switched to a little bit of a drippier jacket just because, dude, it's so cold outside. It's probably around 50-ish degrees. So we might see a bit of the cooldown effect happen on the shotgun here. We'll see. Loading up. I loaded up all 7 of the shells included with the box at 0.25 gram BBs, just as Elite Force recommended. And I got a 12 gram CO2 cartridge fresh out of the box here in the gun. And I'm just gonna start shooting away. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, the target's roughly about like 40 feet away, so this is probably the recommended distance for a shotgun, but I could probably get a little bit more distance out of this. Yeah, trajectory is nice and flat, but man. Oh, I'm out of ammo already. Just gonna reload real quick. Get in there. Yeah, but pretty nutty. Yeah, the spread is pretty nice and decent. You don't even need sights. You could just, the general direction, just from the hip. Never mind, maybe not from the hip, but yeah, just from the general direction, like, this is great. One thing I will say though, the trigger is definitely, it's a longer trigger travel, obviously. It feels something close to like a double action revolver, or like, let's say you have something like an M9 gas blowback pistol, or a SIG P226 or a USP, a double action style pistol. It feels like pulling the trigger without the hammer being cocked back. That's the closest thing I can get to right here. If you really want to spam it, you can. And this thing it just keeps, man, I could just keep putting in more shells. I think this is the 3rd or 4th shell, something like that. Okay, now I'm starting to feel the cooldown because it's cold outside and I'm rapid firing. I'm gonna slow down my fire. Yeah, definitely starting to lose velocity here. Yeah, I wish they released this in the summertime, If it was a bit hotter. I don't want to stop shooting this gun. Oh, we're out again. Yeah, how many shells is this? This is at least like 5 or 6. Okay, now I'm really starting to lose distance and velocity here. Yeah, I kind of have to start lobbing BBs at 40 feet. Oh, yeah, the BB. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for that one cartridge of CO2. So I probably got, yeah, okay, I got 5. Yeah, I got 5 shells out of this in one fill CO2. So the gas efficiency, not as great as advertised, but probably most likely chalked up to the colder temperature out here, and I've been rapid firing. But yeah, very fun. Let's go back to the studio. Coming back from the shooting test and realizing how unique its performance is, you might be wondering, well, how much does this fork knife looking shindig cost? Well, the Elite Force Tri-Shot Semi-Automatic CO2 Powered Shotgun is retailing for $250 at airsoftgi.com, and make sure to take advantage of our Wombo Combo for the best savings in Airsoft. $250? $250? Well, in all seriousness, $250 for a shotgun is a little bit on the steeper side, especially considering things like Jag Arms, right, which I would consider would be somewhat of a close competitor to this new Elite Force shotgun. Jag Arms, usually their shotguns retail for anywhere between 180-ish on the low end to about like 230-ish on the mid-range style of shotguns. However, of course, they do not offer the semi-auto capability. I would say at the end of the day, you are paying extra for the novelty, for the innovation that they're bringing to the market. And I think that if you are primarily an indoor player that's kind of tired of running around with a stubby M4 or a high kappa, for the price tag, I think this is a really good way to change up your gameplay, to kind of give yourself a renaissance, if you will, of gameplay, for better or for worse. Thank you guys so much for checking out our review on this very new tasty Elite Force shotgun. Please let us know what you guys think about it in the comments below, and make sure to also press F to wish Cisco a speedy recovery. We upload videos every week. If you guys like what you see, please make sure to subscribe. Every subscription does help us in the algorithm. And if you guys like to support us directly, help keep that camera rolling, help keep these lights on, please make sure to check out this tasty shotgun or anything else on our website at airsoftgi.com. Supporting airsoftgi.com directly supports the channel, helps keep making good free content for you guys. This is Boaz. We'll see you next time, Mail Gang.
Hey, stop! Whoa! Oh, hey, what the? Stop! Give me that thing! I'm wasting water.